Hey, hello everyone. So very good evening to all. So in this session, let's talk about Ajax. Ajax, right? So if you want to learn Ajax, but who is the father of Ajax? Ajax is not part of the PHP guys here. Ajax is the part of JavaScript only. One small concept in JavaScript that is going to be Ajax. Okay, now right. It's not related to. Remember carefully. It's not related to PHP. So how we are integrating validations as of now, you seen, right, how we worked with the PHP and JavaScript validation, we all combined in a page and we executed JavaScript for validations. Now we are going to talk about Ajax is the concept of JavaScript. And one more thing I want to, before going to this, just want to tell you there is something called JSON. These two concepts, Ajax and JSON, every developer should know about this. When you guys are learning JavaScript, you can ask that faculty JSON and Ajax if they are not saying. Anyhow, I will tell you JavaScript Ajax, but you should learn JSON in JavaScript classes. Okay, you if faculty forget to tell you, you can ask the faculty. We need to know JSON as well, right? Definitely they will tell you, right? So these every developer, I don't know who are all the developers. You may be a backend developer, you may be a front end developer, whoever you are. Everybody should know JSON and Ajax, including AWS people, Python people, PHP, Java, .NET, front end, JavaScript, jQuery. Everybody should know these two concepts. Why these two concepts are going to be help us, I will tell you regarding JSON also, but wait for some time. But our session is here, it's all about Ajax. Why I'm saying you JSON, when we are sending a request to server, you will get the response. The response may be in the form of JSON. The response may be in the form of a plain string. Or else the response may be in the form of a JSON. If the response is JSON, how can we handle the JSON? But you should know little bit JavaScript. So I believe, I hope everybody know object in JavaScript, I believe, right? Do you know object in JavaScript? I hope, right? It is completed. Are you completed JavaScript or still you guys are learning, right? Right. So all of you, I believe, I hope, right? Everybody know what is an object, what an object can contain. Let me show you a quick uh, uh, thing here. What exactly the JSON and what exactly the thing. First of all, before going to this, I hope you guys, I don't know whether you guys are having an idea or not, but you guys are not replying me, but I need to tell you, right? Do you know in JavaScript, objects are created? Now we know everybody variables where x is equal to 100. Sorry, where x is equal to 100. What is this is called? A variable. Where name is equal to something. This is going to be rom. This is also a string variable, right? That's a integer variable. This is the string variable. Now you can see where subjects equal to, I'm taking this as an array. I think it is all about JavaScript only. This is going to be CSS and this is going to be something called bootstrap. I taken something like this. What is this is called? An array. This is a number, this is a string, this is an array. Array holds multiple values. Now you can see where user equal to, I'm taking this into a curly bracket. Square bracket always denotes an array. The curly bracket always denotes an object in JavaScript. Keep it in mind. This is in JavaScript, not in PHP. Keep it in mind. This is all about JavaScript. The object is a combination of key and value pair. Key and value pair in the sense, let us take this as a key. First name. I'm taking this as a something called ROM. And this is going to be, I'm taking one more key and value pair combination, something like this. You are taking this. Now I'm taking one more thing called city. City is going to be something called, I'm taking exactly. This is all about the, what is this is called? This is completely called as JavaScript object. Keep it in mind, right? This is object. For example, if you want to access the last name, how can we access the last name? I'm telling you the basic user dot last name. This is the dot operator we can use in JavaScript to accessing the values. If it is a PHP, this is the operator. If it is an object, this is the operator we can use, arrow operator we can use for accessing the values. But in JavaScript, user dot last name, if you want to access the first name also, then you have to write user dot first first name also, we have to write it as it is. This is what exactly we need to do, guys. Okay, now done. So what we need to do exactly here, there's a question for me. Okay, now right, see, this is one important thing, guys. You need to check this. This is JavaScript object. What is a JSON then? Now you can see the same JSON I'm taking. Now you can take this. Now you can see, all of you try to see, this is, I'm writing JSON. Try to see, everybody, what I'm doing here. I'm creating a JSON, user JSON. Okay, whatever the variable it may be, you can take any variable. User JSON is always a string. JSON means it is a string format. JSON means string format. Now you can see, I'm taking this into the single quote. I'm taking the format like this. This will be like this. The same, I'm taking first name Ram. Okay, you can take this as one more is going to be last name is going to be something like this. Okay, and you can take one more thing. What is the one more thing we have? City is going to be Hyderabad, something like this. What did you observe? Can you tell me? The line number 8 and line number 11. So line number 8 is a JavaScript object. Line number 11 is a JSON format. What did you observe here? You can see in JavaScript object, the key and value pair combination. Now you can see everything is look like a key and value pair combination. This is exactly you're able to see. This is an object in JavaScript. So this is the key and this is the value. Value may be in single quote, it may be in double quote in JavaScript object, but in JSON, remember carefully, both the key and value should be in double quotes. It's mandatory. It should be in double quotes only. You cannot use single quote inside the curly bracket of the JSON. Okay, initially we can use here, no problem. I use it starting. So, but here inside of it, every JSON, it's also a key and value pair combination. Every pair should be kept into double quotes. It's mandatory. Why? Because sometimes we send a request to server. If you send a requesting server, the data will become in this format. This is a string format, actually. This is called string format. If it is a string format, how can we access the first name and last name and city? We cannot access them. If it is an object, we can access them. User.first name, user.last name, we can access them. If it is a string format, we cannot access them. What we need to do in JavaScript, we have to convert that JSON string into JavaScript object. JavaScript object. How can we convert JSON string into JavaScript object? Or in JavaScript, you have an object that you want to convert into a JSON format. There is a method. So here the question, how to convert a JSON to, now you can see JSON to object. What is the method? Okay, you have an object there, object to JSON. How can we convert this? This is all about the thing. This is how we have to check it, guys. Okay, now please careful. And this is what you should learn, or else you can go to my YouTube channel. There you can find some videos regarding JSON and Ajax, the last videos of the JavaScript tutorial, I believe. Line, I don't know exactly, video number 52 onwards, I believe, there is a JSON and explained very neatly, and there is a Ajax, it's explained very neatly. Still, if you didn't understand, so you can go and check there. It was explained very neatly for you guys. Okay, just go there. So because in the video, I need to provide you an in-depth knowledge. Actually, I cannot provide you basic knowledge in the video, because everybody globally, people who watch that video, definitely we need to give you some in-depth knowledge there. That's why the videos are very, very clear. You can go there. You can try to understand what exactly JSON is and what exactly Ajax is. Almost all 8 to 10 videos we prepared. I also prepared one thing, PHP MySQL CRUD operation by using Ajax. You can check that too also, PHP MySQL CRUD operation by using Ajax. So you can go and check this, and it is going to be help you a lot. But I need to give you the clarity, what exactly the things and all. Okay, let us go there here. Now, first of all, this is all about the thing. These 2 points you have to remember. What is JSON? What is object? Now I'm sending you, and but when you are learning JavaScript from your session, so you guys needs to go with the same, guys. Okay, now it's very, very important thing. So just ask the faculty JSON and Ajax. I don't know whether they will give you this much deep or not, I don't know, but you can just try to have some knowledge on the JSON, guys. Okay, now right. Okay, now let us go and check this here. Now I'm going to talk about Ajax now. Anybody have an idea what is Ajax? Do you guys having any idea what is Ajax exactly? Do you have anybody? Please send me in the chat window what is exactly Ajax. If possible, you can send me. So I just want to see anybody know. I mean, I don't know how many of you know. Just I'm asking you if you guys know, and let me know what is Ajax. We don't want abbreviations, right? We don't ask you the abbreviations, right? Always. Who asked you asynchronous JavaScript and XML? I know that. I know what is Ajax. What is HTML? Immediately, people are very clever. Hypertext markup language, sir. Who asked you the abbreviations, right? Don't say always abbreviation. What is PHP? Will you say hypertext preprocessor personal homepage? Don't say, man. PHP. What is PHP? Hypertext preprocessor? No. PHP is a server-side programming language. By using this, we can develop web application. First question, first impression should be there, right? Yeah. So be careful what is exactly they're asking. So very good, Arpita Behra. What exactly Ajax is, without refreshing. See, my points are very important. Without refreshing or without reloading. Generally, to load the page, we see there is a refresh button. I'm refreshing the page. Now you can see page is getting refreshes, right? Page is getting refreshing. Or reloading or refreshing, whatever it may be, both are same, right? What I am saying you, I don't want to refresh or I don't want to reload, but I want to get the data from database automatically. I don't want to refresh the page. I don't want to reload the page. If the record get updated, I want to get that automatically. Who will do this job? In every programming language, Java, .NET, Python, PHP, whoever there, wherever you go, Ajax will do this job. What is the job? Without refreshing, without reloading, how can we get the data? Now I'm just going to youtube.com. You can see the youtube.com. We're able to see something here. Okay, now you can see I'm just going to search for something here. Now I'm writing this as a PHP. Okay, right? Can you see is page is getting refreshes? Page is not at all getting refreshing. Now you can see it is giving you some suggestions automatically, guys. Can you see why should we come here? One thing, let me go to Google search. We know everybody, right? You can go to Google search. In the Google search, if you're typing for anything, now I'm going to type for Codeigniter training in Hyderabad. See, if I type something code, I'm getting automatically some suggestions. Is Google is refreshing the page when I'm typing something? No, actually, all these suggestions you are able to see are available in the database. But how can we get the data from database? Generally, if you want to get data from database or if you want to insert data into database, generally page should be refreshes. If a page refreshes, we can get the updated data. If a page refreshes, we can insert the data. You can go to your registration form. You can go to your login form. Now you can see, just I'm going to login.php, and this is the file we created, right? Just you can go there. Now I'm just executing this. You can see now this is the refresh button. I'm submitting this. Now you can see page is getting refreshing, right? Now you can enter some data. I'm submitting this. Now you can see whole page will be refreshes. Can you see the page getting reloaded? What I am saying you, I don't want to reload the page. I don't want to refresh the page, but I want to send the data to database. But it is see, without refreshing the page or with refreshing the page, password does not match with the email account. It went to page refreshes. It went to database. It will verify the data. It send me back the error message without refreshing, without reloading. Do you know, guys, here, YouTube, how many videos are there in YouTube? Do you know? Everybody, we don't know those many. I don't know, it may be millions, billions, or trillions. I don't know, those many videos are there in the YouTube. But YouTube is still giving very good performance, right? You can create a website, upload 4 or 5 videos in your website, but you can see the website getting loaded very, 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 very slowly. But YouTube is giving you such a kind of thing? No, it is giving you very good, and loading and everything is done. The reason, Ajax is the reason. While video is playing, remember carefully, for example, if your video is 1 GB video is there, for example, if you uploaded, but this video will place without having any lagging or any buffering. So the video is playing continuously based on your internet, right? Video is playing, right? Are you getting stuck anywhere? No, you are not waiting, you are not doing anything. What they will do, if the video is 1 GB, While video is playing, they won't load the video completely. Keep it in mind. They won't load 1 GB video at a time. They will just load, 10 MB video only. They will just load 10 MB video only. The 10 MB video is playing. Behind the scenes, they will load 10 more MB. They will add to the current video. So they will add to the current one. Again, once this 10 MB is going to be ready to complete, again 10 more MB is going to be loaded and it is going to be added to the video player. So like this, the video is going to be completely played. What they will do, behind the scenes, they will send a Ajax call to the server. That Ajax call will bring the video data. They will split the video into chunks, smaller chunks or whatever it may be. They will get the data and they will bind the data to the YouTube video player. Seriously, guys. They won't play all at a time, so we can go and we can play one, or go to youtube.com, play one video, so that you will understand what exactly the things are going to be happen there. Now you can click on any of the video. I'm just clicking on this, right? So we are getting advertisements. Let me remove these advertisements also. Right. So a video is playing, guys. Here now press F12. How can we check this situation where we are having? So now you can see I'm going for Google. Now you can see I'm searching for something. Now initially we have to load anything. Now I'm searching for install Drupal using Composer. So now I'm going to the bottom of the page. You can see some pagination is there. I'm clicking the second link. Now you can see is page is getting refreshes. Yeah, page is refreshing here. Can you see the page is refreshing? But a search, when you are searching for something, we are getting the sessions automatically without refreshing, without reloading. Do you know who developed Ajax? Google is developed the Ajax. In some applications, guys, you can see when you are creating an account, if you can enter your username, it will show you this account already exists. Choose another account. That is also done by Ajax. That behavior is also done by Ajax. Seriously, guys. So this is all about the things. Keep it in mind. Very, very important, guys. All is going to be done by using Ajax only. Why not? The best example, ESPN Cricinfo. You can go to the cricket. I don't want to refresh the page. Now you can see there are 2 matches are going to be run. This is something, and Surreys, and what is this is Durham. Some 2 matches are going to be happen. They are the live matches. I'm clicking on it. I don't want to refresh the page. I don't want to reload the page, but the scorecard is getting updated. Now you can see 16.3 over and 76.1 runs. And you can see I don't want to refresh the page. You can wait for some time without refreshing the page. That is getting updated, man. You can see now it is 16.4 and 80 runs. The values are getting updated. Is page is refreshing at all? Page is not at all refreshing. This is all the behavior of the Ajax only. I mean, what I want to tell you, if there is no Ajax, there is no web application. The Facebook, every video applications, you can go to fb.com. Now you can see, I just went to fb.com. So whatever the functionality you are able to see in the FB, everything will be done by using Ajax only, guys. Can you see my scroll bar? You can see my scroll bar here, how big this is. When you are scrolling down this scroll bar, now you can see there is some blank and there is something coming. Yeah, these are all loading. Now these are all loading. Now something like this, you can see Facebook will never loads all the content at a time. Remember carefully, they will be loaded something like this. Can you see that is what exactly they are loading? They're not at all loading all at a time. When you are scroll down the page, based on your scroll, they will load the data. They will load your page feeds of the Facebook and everything, guys. You can see I'm clicking this notifications icon. If you can click this notifications icon, is there anything happens here? Is it page is refreshing? Page is not at all refreshing at all. So here I have a image I'm able to see. I want to like this image. If you can click the like button, is page is refreshing? I click the like button. Is anywhere refreshing happen? Nothing happened, but my like was submitted on the image. Can you see what this is exactly? You can see, I think you can see your chart window also. For example, you can see there are so many friends in online. Maybe right now, how many people are we able to see online? Only 10 people we are in online right now. 10 or 8 people in the online. But I will come after some time. You can check this. The length of the friends in online will be increases automatically, guys. So now initially I'm not going to refresh the page. I don't want to reload the page, but the friends in online will come here automatically. Exactly. So how this is going to be happen? without refreshing, without reloading, all will done by Ajax. This is the beauty of Ajax. Whenever you are playing a video in YouTube also, it's all done by using Ajax only, right? Yeah. So this is all about the beauty of Ajax. Keep it in mind. Without Ajax, I believe there is no web application. So you should know when you're learning JavaScript, when you're learning React.js, when you're learning Angular, Node, or any JS, there is Ajax. There is Ajax. You should know how to implement Ajax in JavaScript, how to implement Ajax in jQuery, how to implement Ajax in React, how to implement Ajax in Angular. Everywhere Ajax concept is there. The concept is the same. Why JavaScript people are using, why Java people are using, why PHP people are using, why .NET people are using, the concept and the theme is the same. For the same cost, they will use the concept called Ajax, guys. Okay, right. So this is the beauty of Ajax. And JavaScript is containing this concept, guys. A small part of Ajax, sorry, a small part of JavaScript is going to be one object. Actually, JavaScript contains a lot of predefined objects to work with the different functionalities. In the same manner, Ajax is also a predefined object. Ajax is also a predefined object, so which is available in the JavaScript. Simply, people will say this is going to be the backbone of Ajax. What is the backbone of Ajax? You know, there is a predefined object. The object is going to be XML HTTP request object. This is the object. What is the backbone of Ajax? XML capital, H capital, R capital. JavaScript is a case sensitive programming language. In what way I provided, the same way you have to use it. XML HTTP request. Got the clarity, guys? XML HTTP request, exactly how to use the same way. I hope you got the clarity what exactly this is going to be. The backbone of Ajax is going to be XML HTTP request object. This object is going to be provide some of the predefined methods and properties to work with Ajax. 3 steps are there, guys. To work with Ajax, we have to do 3 steps. To work with Ajax, we have to follow 3 steps. What is the first step? You know, create Ajax object. What is we need to do? First, we have to create the Ajax object. Second step is going to be sending request to server. We have to send the request to server. After creating the object, these object methods are going to be available for sending request to server. Once we send a request to server, finally, we have to handle the response handling. So server will send you response back to you. The response we have to handle it, RESPONS, response handling. You are sending a request to server, right? Behind the scenes, the request will go to the server. Now you have to handle that response also. Whatever the response is getting behind the scenes to you, that response also we have to handle and we have to display wherever you want. Exactly. Right. So these are the 3 steps. If you can implement, Ajax will be done, guys. Okay. Right. Great. This is going to be done here. So how to create Ajax object? So generally in the old versions, actually we have one more object, guys, that is going to be ActiveX object also. ActiveX object also. This is one more we are having. ActiveX object also. This is an object for IE5 and IE6 browsers. I don't know, is anybody using IE5 and IE6? I think no one is using today, I believe. So unfortunately, if user is using IE5, IE6, this object should be created. Right. So otherwise, this object will be supported in each and every modern browsers. All the modern browsers supported XML HTTP request object. I want to tell you a point here. All MODERN, modern browsers, MODERN, modern browsers will support the XML HTTP request object. Every browser will support this, guys. We don't worry about it. Right? All modern browsers will support the XML HTTP request object. Unfortunately, if anybody using IE5, IE6, this object won't work there. Then you have to create this object. But how do we know, sir, which browser is using by the user? I don't know. User may use Firefox, Chrome, Safari, IE5, IE6. We don't know, right? The user may use any of the browser, but we will create an Ajax object conditional basis. Now you can see where obj, I'm taking a global variable. So if the browser is latest, what is the object we have to create? Obj equal to new XML HTTP request object. This is the object creation in JavaScript. If the browser is latest, if the browser supports latest browsers, then this object should be created. If the browser is not supported, what is the object we have to create? obj equal to new ActiveX object. This is the object you have to create. ActiveX capital O capital A capital ActiveX object we have to create. But to this we have to pass a parameter also. That is going to be Microsoft. You have to pass a parameter, guys, here. MICROSOFT Microsoft.xml HTTP. This is the parameter we have to pass. But this is not required right now. Actually, I'm not going to use this else condition anytime. Why? Because everybody will use the latest browsers only, and we don't have IE5, IE6 today in the market, right? This is, we can write it. But what is the condition we have to write? The window is an object in JavaScript. This window will support XML HTTP request object. Now you can write this XML HTTP request route. That's all. If by using this window object, we can verify current window means current browser supports this object. Current window means current browser. I don't know which browser that is. If the current browser supports this, this will return true. If it is true, this object will be created. If the current browser is not supported, this object will be created. If it is not supported, means definitely that is IE5 or IE6. Or else why should we this headache if we can feel? Simply we can take a variable where obj equal to new XML HTTP request object. Directly we can write it HTTP request object. Directly we can write it. Some people, so today no one is using this. Directly we can write like this also, guys. Here that is also valid. We can write like this or we can write like that, whatever it may be, guys. Please check this carefully. Done, right? So you can write this or we can write this also. You can go with any one of your choice, but I will use always this. I will use always this. Why? Because I know that everybody is using latest browsers. If unfortunately, if the person is using IE5, IE6, that is his headache. I don't bother about it, right? So once this object is ready, now we have to send a request to server. To send a request to server, once object is created, now based on this object, I'm writing two methods, guys. One is open method and one more is going to be send method. What is the open method? What is the send method? Can you see? By using this open method, we can establish a connection with server. Where is the data? That path you have to mention, right? So open method will establish a connection with server. What is Ajax? Behind the scenes, without refreshing, without reloading, we have to send a request to server. That server path we have to provide it into the open. So here the method, what you want to do, the method of the thing and URL and the request type, that is asynchronous request or synchronous request. By default true. True means asynchronous request. False means synchronous request. In Ajax, in everybody, I am saying you, there will be one question, whatever it may be, whether they may ask any questions or not, I don't know. In Ajax, there is one question. What is meant by asynchronous request? What is meant by synchronous request? If you can set it as a true, the request type you are sending to server is asynchronous request. If you are setting this value as a false, the request type you are sending to server is synchronous request. Anybody please, what is meant by asynchronous request? What is meant by synchronous request? Quickly. And the type of method is going to be either get method or post method. What you want to do, I want to get the data from server, then method is get. Or else you have some data, you want to post the data to server, right? Then the method is going to be post method. But initially we will use get method for getting data from server, right? So here the path of the URL, for example, I'm writing http://example.com. I'm writing some path here, example.com/data.php, something like this. We sent a request. So actually there is a dummy URL I provided. Actually, if you can send a request to this file will give you some data. The data we have to collect it and we have to display the data on the screen. So this is all about the connection establishment. Once this connection is established, now we have to send the data to server. Send method will send the connection to server. So once the server sends the request to server, we have to identify. This is all done behind the scenes, right? We cannot see anything visually. It is all done behind the scenes. But we should know whether my request is received by the server or not, whether my request is processing by the server or not, whether it is done successfully or not. We have to know everything, right? So this is called response handling. Once object created, there is the first step of that. We send a request to server, completed. Now the response handling is going to be, we have some properties, guys, here. Actually the properties are all predefined. On ready state change, on ready state change is one property. There is no spaces, it's all one word. And it's very important, it's an Ajax event property actually, right? Okay. And one more is going to be a ready state. S capital in this, it is also a predefined property, it's not a method. Methods are, these two are the methods, open and send are the methods. A ready state is a property, and one more thing is status is a property, and response text, RESPONS, response text is a property. T capital in the response text. There are 4 predefined properties are there. By using these 4 properties, we can understand what is happening in the server. See, here in the second step, what we did, we established a connection and we send the connection to server. Open method establishes the connection, send method sends the connection to server. Okay, completed. After that, server receives the request, right? If a server receives the request, this event property will call automatically. This property will call automatically. So to this, we will bind a callback function. Now we can write a callback function like this. This is exactly callback function. In this callback function, we have to handle the response and ready state and status, everything we can get it here. So when this will be called, this property will get called automatically. You are sending a request to server here. If server receives your request, this event property will get called automatically. We don't want to do anything. That is an event. That event also we have to bind with the obj Ajax object dot on ready state change. So the function will get called. In this function, we can handle the response. Next property is the ready state. It will give you the processing states of the server. Generally, ready state having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 states, 5 states are there. What is the meaning of ready state 0? Request not initialized. What is the, if you are getting something, request is not initialized. Something like this, we can take it, guys. Initialized. Request is not initialized. So now, what is going to be ready state 1 means a request initialized. I mean, connection established. Exactly right. So now you can see request is request not initialized, right? Now here request initialized and sent to server. This is exactly ready state 1. So this is going to be request is initialized and sent to server. This is exactly the 0 means. What is the ready state 2 means? Ready state 2, if you can get the ready state 2, you are sending a request, right, to server, right? So ready state 2, if you can get, server receives the request. We don't know, right? So receives the request also. Whatever the thing you send, the server receives the request. We can understand. So you send a request. By getting 2, we can understand whatever the request you send to server, that server is collected. Now you can see ready state 3 means you sent a request to server, right? That request is processing by the server. Request is processing by the server. I mean, without having any problem, your request is processing by server. Ready state 4 means your response is ready. RESPONSE, response ready. We have to collect the response. That's all. Your response is ready, guys. That is the meaning of ready state 4. Exactly. Done, right? So now the next thing, guys, if you can check here, ready state 4. Now status. Sometimes the path, you are setting the path, right? The path may be available, may not be available. Sometimes the path may be wrong. We don't know what is wrong with the path. This will give you some error codes. 200 means okay. 400 something wrong. 404 the request not found. 500 internal server error. 403 access forbidden. You don't have right to access the URL. Some kind of error codes will be written by the server. By seeing these error codes, we have to display the problem. That's all, simply. Now you can see I'm just going to localhost : let me write a small application here, React. Just I am running one application. Can you see it is loading? It is giving me error in retrieving data. What is this error in retrieving data? Let me press F12. What is the problem here? Now I'm going to the console and the error, can you see? It is giving me 404. It is giving me an error called 404. By seeing that 404 error, I can easily understand what is the problem with the server. Can you see? Here, one is I am getting 200. When I am getting 200 means success. That is success, and we can click this and we can see the data also here. Can you see? I'm able to see the data also here. But second one is giving me an error, fail to load the response data, some problem with the server behind the scenes. Now you can see I'm getting something called 404. What are the data you are requesting from the server that you are not able to collect it? So this type of errors you will get it. So if I get the error 40, see, I'm displaying a user friendly message, error in retrieving data. I'm displaying a proper message here. I'm displaying a proper message by saying that error in retrieving data. But will you display 404? What end user will understand by displaying the 404? You know, and I know what is the meaning of 404. But end user doesn't know, right? For end user purpose, we have to display user friendly message. We cannot display some kind of errors on the screen and such a kind of things, guys. Exactly. This is what you need to do it. Okay. So finally, these are the going to be done by thing. Here, response text. Once if you got to 200, everything is okay. Ready state 4, everything is okay. Ready state 4 and status is okay. Then we have to get the response text. Now you can see all these steps, how we can write in a single way. You can see I'm writing obj dot on ready state change equal to function. We will write the function callback function. This will be gets called automatically once server receives your request. If you want, we can alert the status also. Here obj dot ready state, we can write this ready state value. You will get every state what is the processing by the server. You will get ready state 1, 2, 3, 4 and everything you will get if everything is success. If it is unable to send, ready state 2 only, ready state 3 only, ready state 1 only, or something like it will stop. So but I know that if my data, now you can see I'm writing one condition. If everything is okay, I have to get the data now. Now you can see I won't write the property obj dot ready state. The ready state value equal to 4. I mean, my response is ready, and obj dot status value. What is the status value? Equal to 200. Other than this, if you're getting 404 or 300, 500, something, if you get it. So both the conditions should be true. Here, ready state value should be 4 and status should be 200. When you will get the status should be 200, the URL exists, you will get the status 200. If it is exists, definitely data will be processed. If anyone is wrong, we're not getting the data. So finally, I want to get the response obj dot response text. This is the way of handling the thing. If you can combine all these things in a single file, what is the first thing? So we have to create Ajax object. You can see this is the Ajax object is created as a first step. This first step. As a second step, we have to send a request to server is completed. This is the second step. Now you can see this is the second step we done. What is the third step? Response handling. Copy the response handling code. These are the 3 steps we will combine all together. We will work with the Ajax. That's all. This is all about the Ajax, guys. That's all. This is Ajax. So if you know these 10 lines of code or 9 lines of code, Ajax is completed. That's it. How can we bind the response data? How can we display on the screen? That we can see in the next sessions. It's all also JavaScript only. We have get element by ID, inner HTML concepts will be there, right? By using that we can. So this is all about the Ajax. Okay, now right. Finally, tell me please, what is the meaning of asynchronous request? Hey guys. So finally, this is one of the important question. You have to tell us in interview. Mostly people will ask you these two, guys. What are the ready states of Ajax and what are the values of everyone? You have to explain them. I'm sending you also in the chat window, and this is very important. In interview, they will ask you ready state and its values. They will ask you to explain what is the ready state 0 means, ready state 1 means, ready state 2 means. So 3 and 4, everything you should remember. And one more thing is going to be commonly asked question is what is meant by asynchronous request, what is meant by synchronous request. Anybody? Request not depends on the state of the other request is asynchronous. Okay, you guys are sending. Any other questions you have? Synchronous means continuously send request to server. Asynchronous means wait. Oh, who is this Vanita Sabale? Are you? Ever? But your answer is absolutely correct, but you said reverse way. Can you recollect it? You said synchronous answer to asynchronous, asynchronous answer to synchronous. Your answer is absolutely correct. Very nice. This is a good try. But what is the meaning of synchronous request? You know, synchronous means one by one. For example, I sent a request to server. So if you want to send one more request, first of all, you have to wait for the first request response. Once the first request response came, then only I can send one more request to server. This process is called synchronous process. I mean, for example, if you can go to IRCTC ticket counter, there are a lot of people on the queue, right? First, one person went into the counter. He has to process his request and response should be come to him and he will go out. Then only another person go now. This is called one by one process. This one by one process is called synchronous. I mean, so sending request to server one by one is called synchronous. I mean, so if you want to send a request to server, we have to wait for the first request response. Then only we can send another request. This is called synchronous process. What is the meaning of asynchronous? You know, we can send n number of requests to the server irrespective of waiting for the first request response. I don't bother. Now you can see the best example is IRCTC Tatkal ticket booking. By the time throughout the India, different places, different people will log into the application at a time to book the tickets. That is called synchronous process. We are sending a request to server continuously. Your ticket may be booked, my ticket may be booked. You may send a first request, but I may send last request. But my ticket may be booked, but your ticket may not be booked. Right. So this process is called asynchronous. I mean, continuously sending request to server without waiting for the response of the first request. This process is called asynchronous. Sending request to server step by step. If you want to send a request to server, first you have to wait for the response of the first request. Then only we can send one more request. That is called synchronous process, step by step. Asynchronous means continuously hit the server. Asynchronous means hit the server step by step. Simply says this is what exactly. Right. Generally, when we are loading the data continuously, definitely the request should be asynchronous only. We will use asynchronous request only. Continuously, we will send the request to server for every 5 seconds, for every 10 seconds, we'll send the request to server. And once it is done, then things will be done. So tomorrow we can work with the 2 or 3 examples by using this Ajax guys here. And this is all about the Ajax and the way of working with Ajax. Tomorrow we can implement this in practical. Okay, right. Yeah, any other questions guys you have, please let me know quickly. So if you have any questions, and we will check this. Okay, so don't have any questions. Today I didn't write anything. I just sent you the code in the chat window. You can check the thing. Okay, I didn't write anything in the, I didn't create any files today. Right, tomorrow we can work with examples. Okay. A synchronous request example means IRCTC Babu. Go to ticket counter. It is going to be a step-by-step request now. But always in the market, everything is going to be what is that is called, guys, simply step by step, in the sense everything is asynchronous only. Maximum 99% people will use asynchronous because it's all about web applications. Web application means different people, different locations, people will access the application at a time. All requests will hit the server at a time, right? So maximum 99% everything will be asynchronous only. Ajax calls, if you can see. Any other questions? PDO, sir. Okay, we will see. Don't worry about it. After set cookie, you can redirect a page immediately. That is your choice. If you want, you can redirect it. Otherwise, you can leave it. But cookie, once created, it will be available for the period of time. So every time redirection is not required. But some places I use a redirection, but that is required for my requirement actually. PDO, we can see once object-oriented programming language is completed, then we can talk about PDO, because PDO is all about a class and object. If you know classes and object, then you will get a clarity. If possible, I will discuss at the end of it, not right now. Okay, you may not understand, but you should know object-oriented little bit. If you know the basic of it, PDO will become easy. If I write header function after set cookie, then set cookie is not working, message is not printing. But you can check it, but it has to work. Send me the lines of code, what you did there. Just the lines of code you written, right? Let me check, is there any errors in that code, if possible. Yeah, PHP OOPS concepts, we may not use many, but you should know the OOPS concepts, because all the frameworks like Laravel, Codeigniter framework, all the frameworks will be depends upon OOPS concepts only. But you may not use in real-time application development, but you should know it. But you may have 10 years experience, 5 years experience, they will ask you all questions on OOPS only. Why? Because all the frameworks, all the CMSs are created by using OOPS only. If there is no OOPS concept, we cannot do anything. I mean, you cannot understand the frameworks usage. Okay. But you may not use OOPS concepts for creating web applications. Very rarely people will use OOPS for creating web applications actually, but for working with frameworks, definitely you should know. So if you want to understand any of the framework, you should know OOPS concept. Without knowing OOPS concept, you cannot learn this. Okay. Any other questions, guys, you have? Then fine then. So we can see tomorrow, and tomorrow we can work with Ajax with some examples, right? I will tell you the cricket scoring example without refreshing. How can we get the score? I can tell you one more example, dependency drop down. If I select a state, I have to see the districts of the particular state automatically in the drop down. Two examples we can see. Otherwise, we can see, if you have free time, we can see some more examples as well. Okay, now? Right. Any hiring in Pune? I don't have any calls, man. I'm getting calls in Hyderabad only, right? You guys can check with those things. Okay. So actually, HD Labs, still this company is having openings with HD Labs in Hyderabad. Yesterday, the CEO speaks with us actually. One person selected. He's the person is there in this Antaryami Sethi. I don't know. He's from Orissa, I believe. He informed me one person is interested to learn this. So, are you PIUS? Is your are you Sethi Antaryami Sethi? Oh, okay, great then. So he informed me actually regarding that. Great. But try to utilize that opportunity, sir. No worries about it. Okay, now. So I think no one sends me. Actually, I sent 10 contacts to that to that company. They called and only 2 people are interested. They said actually, right. So one is this person, and I don't know who is that other person. I maybe the person may be out of the session, I believe. Okay, but utilize it, no problem. You have to have some zeal here. They will tell you, if you don't know, you have to Google it, you have to find a solution, or you have to ask somebody who knows you, or else if you are unable to solve, you have to take somebody's help. But it is all about the challenging. As a fresher, it's going to be challenging. But everybody is not a gem, even me. Remember, if any requirement, now I'm working on a React project, I have to do some other logics here. Actually, I'm writing a logic from very thing onwards. So I have to do this. Exactly. It's all about the logic. It's all about the logic. If I don't know, I will go for Google. Definitely, I've asked the Google, what is this I need to do? How can we access the object keys in JavaScript? And everything I have to Google. There are a lot of methods are there. What is the best method we have to use here? So if you don't know, Google for it. Still, if you didn't understand, you can ask some of your colleagues. If you still didn't understand, I am here to help you. Okay, right. That's why. See, here I can teach you something. I cannot teach you 100%, definitely, I can say. But there should be something called self-learning. You should learn something from your own. That is very, very important. Everybody should adopt this, guys. Remember, without this, we can't do anything. Okay? Right. This is very, very important, guys. I'm saying you, please keep it in mind. Self-learning is very, very important. Without self-learning, we cannot work hard. So they will tell us, today my company has asked me to work on Node.js. I will immediately say I will work on Node.js, sir. I don't have any knowledge on Node.js, but I will say I will work on it. So I want to learn my own and I want to work for it. This is what this kind of anxiety, this kind of zeal should be there to learning the new technologies. Seriously, man, seriously. Okay, right. So we can meet tomorrow, and I will collect this information. Let us complete your course. Once your course is completed, I will collect your numbers. I will send to the HD Labs company, and once they will call you, they will make some telephonic conversation. If you are okay, they will provide you the things, guys. Okay, right. We will see it. Don't worry about it. Okay, now that we can see tomorrow, right? So I will collect you the interested people. Once course is completed, I will collect you and I will send you all your profiles to that company. Okay, so they will call you, they will shortlist. But meanwhile, please try to be prepared forever. Perfectly, you have to prepare. By just sending resumes, it is useless, right? So you have to prepare, you have to prove something yourself, man. This is what exactly you have to do. Okay, that we can see tomorrow. Okay, right, guys. Thank you then. So we can see tomorrow with some Isaac's examples. Thank you very much.